Hi, Crazy Code here, and this is Chapter 2 of Eternal Unity Celestial Guardian Saga, Secrets of Arcane Academia. Harold obediently followed Professor Bellatrix Dover, leaving Fleur, Astoria, and Gabrielle behind. A sense of unease settled over the trio. The dark magic instructor had always been an enigmatic presence at the Arcane Academia, known for her strict demeanor and her peculiar fondness for Harold. Her sudden intervention had left them bewildered and anxious about the consequences. The Arcane Academia, nestled at the edge of a dense, enchanted forest, was a sprawling complex of ancient stone buildings, each bearing intricate carvings and magical runes. The campus itself seemed to be a living entity, shifting with the moods of the students who attended it. It was a place of mystery and wonder, where students learned to harness their unique magical abilities, surrounded by the mystical aura that the academy exuded. Gabrielle shot a fiery glare at her sister. "Fleur, you just had to ruin the moment, didn't you? I was finally getting closer to him." Fleur couldn't help but roll her eyes at her younger sister's melodrama. "Gabrielle, he's too young for you. You need to focus on your studies, not on silly crushes." Fleur struggled to contain her anger, but she couldn't argue with the logic of their older sister and Astoria. "Fine, maybe you're right. But I won't give up that easily." Little did they know, all three of them had harbored romantic feelings for Harold for quite some time, secretly competing for his affection. The events at the lake had brought their emotions to the surface, and it was clear that their quest to win his heart was just beginning. As the three girls headed back to the Arcane Academia, a heavy silence hung in the air. They were well aware of the consequences Professor Dover could impose for their meddling in her precious Jameson's affairs. 3 weeks of detention was no laughing matter, and they knew that it would be a severe test of their patience. Meanwhile, Harold followed Professor Dover into her enigmatic chamber, a place rumored to be filled with arcane artifacts and dark secrets. He had heard various stories about the mysterious instructor, including her past as a formidable dark mage who had turned to the side of good. "Jameson, have a seat," Professor Dover commanded as she gestured towards an ornate chair in the center of the dimly lit room. It was adorned with runic inscriptions and looked like it belonged in another era. Harold did as he was told, fidgeting in his seat. Professor, may I ask why you brought me here?" The dark magic instructor fixed her intense gaze on him, her eyes like deep pools of mystery. "Jameson, I have been keeping an eye on you, and I must admit I am impressed with your potential. However, you are in danger, and I have a secret to share with you." Harold's curiosity got the better of him. "A secret? What kind of secret?" Professor Dover leaned in closer, her voice dropping to a hushed tone. "You are more than just a student at the Arcane Academia. You are the heir to a long-lost legacy, a legacy that is entwined with the fate of our world." Harold's eyes widened as he absorbed the weight of her words. "What are you talking about? I'm just a regular student." The professor leaned back, her expression revealing a hint of sadness. "You're far from regular, Jameson. Your family has a dark past, one that is linked to powerful ancient artifacts and an ominous prophecy." As Harold struggled to grasp the enormity of the revelation, Professor Dover continued, "You see, you possess unique magical abilities, ones that have been dormant within you. But now, the time has come for you to awaken them and fulfill your destiny." With each passing moment, Harold's world spiraled into a whirlwind of uncertainty. The weight of the knowledge he had gained was almost unbearable, and he knew that he was on the brink of a journey that would change everything. Back at the Arcane Academia, Fleur, Astoria, and Gabrielle pondered their actions, and the consequences that awaited them. There will be no this inserted audio clip if you buy the software license key or activation key. They needed to find a way to rectify the situation, and they knew that it wouldn't be easy, especially with Professor Dover involved. "I hate Professor Dover." Fleur, Astoria, and Gabrielle all whispered loudly as they thought of what was happening to Harold and Professor Dover as of the moment. I think Harold also like Professor. Fleur said in an annoyed tone. Why do you think that's the case, sister? Gabrielle asked her younger sister. Maybe because he always blush when she is around. Fleur asked in the same tone. Or maybe because he only excels at her class. She paused. Or maybe because they always flirt with each other. She then looked at the two of them. The two of you pick. As she said that, both Gabrielle and Astoria started to ponder what really was the problem. As for Harold, he sat in the chamber with Professor Dover, absorbing the secrets of his lineage and destiny. Little did he know that the path he was about to embark upon would test his courage, shape his character, and reveal the true extent of his magical powers in the mystical setting of the arcane academia.